To love someone has been for me, and I know for you. To receive love has been, I know for me, and I know it is for you, probably one of the most powerful things that we have ever had or received. It is power and it is powerful. It is the thing that when we believe that we are getting it can just show up like a light in a dark situation of us being in what feels like hell or being alone and forsaken, and it shows up and it just illuminates everything around us. It elevates us where we feel we're levitating off the floor. It immediately gives us an injection in the vein of hope and air and oxygen and blood. And it takes our whole surroundings and it puts it upside down if it was dark, or just makes it bigger than what it was if it was just dim. Love to me is the thing that cures all things, heals all things, solidifies all things, covers all things, births all things, repairs all things, redeems all things. It is love that does that. The value of life, to love someone, including yourself, is what this whole entire month has been about. It has been to understand that you are the most priceless thing on earth, that you have value, that you are worthy, and that you are somebody, no matter what has happened and no matter what is going on in your P.O. box or address, in your heart, in your mind, in your dreams, in your sleep, in your world. You are the most important thing. Now I'm going to go ahead and speak to this because I believe that I need to speak to this. To be about our neighbor, to be about those around us, to be about a stranger, to be about the one we want to love, to be about even people we work with. To know love and give love, we must first know love. Because if we're not, then what are we giving? If we're not, then what do we have? We have empty. And that means that what we're giving people around us, people at work, people we're serving, and even a stranger on the street, or people that we're trying to be in a relationship with, isn't love at all. It's broken. It's tainted. It's been altered. And I believe more than anything that love is the cure for everything we're going through in the world. But I believe that where we got to start is where it starts, is in us. But in order for us to truly make change, in order for us to be able to look at the world and love the world, it starts with love, and it starts in here. It starts with us loving ourselves and knowing true love. Because if not, then what do we have to give, and what are we really receiving? Love to me is the only answer. Love to me is the only way. It is love. Love not to forsake others and abuse them, or to be rude or crude or to forsake them. But it is love where you're choosing not to forsake yourself, where you're choosing to realize that you're somebody, when you're choosing to realize your life is something, where you're choosing to realize that you have worth and you have value. Because until we can fight that battle, until we can, as I feel like all of us who need healing and heal ourselves, then it is going to be truly hard for us to be able to have the relationships that we want, and the ones that we're working hard for or working hard in. To even have the friendships that we want and the ones that we give to and even serve in. And even to be the ones to care about what is happening in our world today, including someone who's a different color of skin or who comes from a different background. It starts first from us. What are we pouring out? What do we have in here? And do we really know love? This is what it's all been about. To not stop loving people, to not stop being and serving people. It says to honor people above yourself, but if you don't know how to honor yourself, then what do you know about honor? It says to love your neighbor as you love yourself, but if you don't know how to love yourself, then how are you loving your neighbor? This right here is what it means to love. But if we're going to go to the beginning, and again, I'm not going to preach, but if we go to the beginning of how it starts all, it is because of the value of who we are and the love that was shown on us, the love given to us first, because we are worthy of love. We are somebody that love was given and love was sacrificed because of our value. So we really go down to it before everything else. The first thing is we, us, I, me, you. The first order of business was because of us being worthy of love. Because of the love that was, whether we knew it or not, given to us, shown to us. Where we, because of our value, were chosen. We, because who we were, actions and decisions were made. Because we have value. We, I, me, you. Love is, I believe, the most powerful thing. And I think that it is the most powerful gift that has been given. I believe, as I said before, that it can heal all things, restore all things. And love has the ability to affirm, anchor all things. It says, love is patient. Love is kind. Love does not envy. It does not boast. It is not proud. It does not dishonor others. It is not self-seeking. It is not easily angered. It keeps no record of wrongs. Love does not delight in evil, but rejoice with the truth. It always protects, always trusts, always hopes, always preserves, and love never fails. But if we do not know how to love that way, because we have never received that love, or that kind of love, we have never had that at all, then what are we giving and what are we receiving? Or how can we give that? How can, when someone tells us to be about this, that we truly know how to be about it? How do we give love? How do we know love? Where can we get love from? Who truly has the pure essence of love to know it? When we do not heal, when we do not tend to ourselves and love ourselves and take care of ourselves, then we are giving of our brokenness. We are giving of our taintedness. And then in most cases, we find ourselves in situations where now, because we are empty and we don't know love, that the only thing that we want, no matter what, is love. That we will even take from this or take from that, or date this person or sleep with that person or stay in this, just because to us, they have said they love us, or we think this is love. When none of that is ever going to give you true love. True love only starts in here. Loving yourself can only come from in here. Understanding your worth and value can only come in here. And as we move from situation to situation, from maybe dating to dating, maybe even from this job to that job, and relationships with coworkers, we could take our pain of being hurt by all of these things or not knowing real love, and it can show up at a job and how we communicate to people, how we react with people, how we react when situations. We can take things personally. We can now be bringing those things and manifesting them into these relationships, because if love is the most powerful thing of all, and we don't know that kind of love, and love is the root of what everything comes from, then how could we ever give to that? And then how could we ever receive back from it? To love someone and to be loved, to love yourself. There is nothing else but that. That is all that there is. That's where things get manifested from the root of our heart. Whatever is in our heart is what we speak. Whatever is in our heart is what comes out. The health state of our heart is what now manifests in our life and everything that we do. And it is the thing that communicates to our mind that we are or we are not, that we are of value, that we are not. And when we don't heal ourselves, when we don't heal our heart, when we don't heal that pain, even losing someone, then we are operating off of a broken heart. We're operating off of a piece of a heart. I believe that when we look at our life, if we're battling and struggling, I believe that we are the first place to start. I believe that that's the hardest place to start, because it means we got to face things and face truth. And that means that we got to go to work on things that maybe we've allowed to stay, or it's been too painful to face, or we've got to accept some responsibility that we don't want to, because we can only say so long what didn't happen in our life and blame those things in the past, where we have to get to a moment where we realize we have the power to move beyond that. We have the power to overcome that. We have within us the ability that even though that happened in the past and happened to you, what you do next, you can do anything. Sometimes it's hard to face that truth, because now we have to look at our life and to face that truth that really it's been what I've done or haven't done, or it's been what I've been communicating or not communicating. It's been what I've been teaching or not teaching, what I've been accepting or not accepting. It starts here with us. You know, I think about my moments in my life, and I think about the scars that happened in my life from the time that I was 5 until I became an adult, because of all the pain and all the tears and all the hurt and forsakenness that had piled up for all these years that I never got healing from. All the things that those things taught me, said to me, spoke to me, showed me of the vision of who I truly was, that lo and behold, even though I was successful and I still worked, and I was definitely that woman that really deep down inside in here, there was no love for me at all. And it didn't matter that I got my nails done. It didn't matter that I got a pedicure. It didn't matter that I got gray hair. None of that really mattered, because the true love that exists, that we need to have, or supposed to have, and supposed to know, can only come and form in here. Nobody else can give it to you. Nothing else can give it to you. It can only come in here. And through that isolation of everything being removed, was now the first time that I was going to have to choose me over everybody else. And it threw me, because I'm going to go here, because everything about me, through even the word, said something different. So it messed me up, that I thought, well, I'm supposed to lay my life down then. I'm going to lay my life down for Bree, lay my life down for Quint. But everything inside of me and here, though, something was telling me, you better not. Don't you know you're worth something? Don't you know you are something? Don't you know you have value? I don't think so. You better speak up. You better get crunk. You better get sister girl. You better get loud. You better slam your hand on the table. You better unleash And that everything within you that is dark, that is hurt, that is scarred, that has not been healed gets healed. And then now you know love and hear in a way because you now know you are loved. You now know you are something. You now know you're the most priceless thing of all. That only now then can you love someone. Hey superheroes, it's TA, your Innerpreneur Coach. So excited you were able to join me again today for another empowering superhero video. And don't forget to subscribe to the channel and like and share the video. And turn on that notification so that you never miss another episode. And I look forward to seeing you again as we suit up to unleash the superhero within for victory.